I'm Eric Nazo at newsshooter.com, and we're at NAB 2019. I am at Hive Lighting with Jonathan, and we have a brand new light. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, we're really excited here at NAB 2019 to be introducing the Hive Lighting Bumble Bee 25C. So Bumble Bee 25C is a continuation of our C-Series lights. So those are our omnicolor LEDs. That means you have a full white light range of 1650 up to 8000 Kelvin. And you also have fully saturated colors. So you're able to do saturated reds, blues, greens, all the color control you would associate with one of your panels like a Gemini or a Sky panel, but now in a very small form factor point source LED. And what's really exciting about it is for the first time we've been able to introduce it at a very competitive price point. So this new Bumble Bee 25C starts at $300 US.
Wow, that is priced very competitively.
Yeah, we're excited.
And I usually jump to this at the end, but when do you think availability will be?
Sure, so we're looking to start shipping in June. So we're just gone up on all of our dealers' websites, so you can start placing pre-orders now, and you're about 4 to 6 weeks away from seeing things begin to ship.
So talk to me about how the light is controlled, because it's a little bit different than the other Hive lights. You kind of have to, I guess, I don't know. How do you control it? How do you turn it on? How do you change things?
Absolutely, yeah. So one of the things that is different and helped us reach this price point is we've removed the local controls. And the reason for this is we now have both an iPhone and Android app, as well as DMX controls available for this light. So this means that you can control it either off a DMX controller or any smartphone from any manufacturer. And this allows you to access our shot controls that we have on all the rest of our lights. So that means you can control saturation, hue, output, and color temperature. It also means you can access our effects, preset sources. So all of these things are now available. However, it is through the UI of a phone. And the reason we did this was really to make it as small, as lightweight as possible. It only weighs a pound, it's 2.5 inches long and 4 inches wide, but despite being so small, it can still use all of the optics that we have for the rest of our C-Series. So that means the reflector you have for the 100C, the Hornet 200C, or your B50C will work on this light. It also means that our different Fresnel optics are available. It also means that it can go into softboxes using the same speed rings. Now, certain optics may not make as much sense because it doesn't have as much output, but there are a lot of options available.
Now it is small, so I'm sure the output is going to be a little bit different. What are we looking at around 3200 and 5600 K output in lumens?
Sure, so in lumens...
I'm sorry, lux.
In lux, yeah, okay. So it is a 1500 lumen unit, but with its parabolic reflector on it, you're looking at about 7200 lux at about 1 meter.
Fantastic. Now, you were saying that you can control it with your phone. That's how you operate it. Can you control more than one unit with a phone?
Yes, you can. So the iPhone app or the Android app will allow you to control up to 8 units at one time. You can then group them together so they all work consistently, or you can control each of them individually. If you want to control more than 8 units, we do recommend using the DMX, which would allow you to daisy chain a somewhat infinite number depending on your board. So in theory, they're 4-channel products. You have 512 channels on DMX 512, so you can control quite a few lights.
And how about mounting options? Obviously a light this small, you're going to want to use it maybe in tighter spaces or in some different creative ways. What's the solution for that?
Yeah, so one of the things we're really excited about is there are actually 6 different quarter 20 mounting points on this light. We have 5 on the back and then 1 on the side. This would allow you to put it into any kind of quarter 20 mounting, whether that's like a Noga arm or a Magic arm, also into baby pin adapters, also into baby receivers, a wide variety of options, even into like a cold shoe mount if you want to put it directly onto a camera. Along with that, because of the diameter, you are also able to use our standard yoke for the entire C-Series. So that means the yoke that you have with your 100C can work on your 25C, can work on your 50C, etc. So all of the yokes that are available from Hive Lighting will work with the 25C, but there's a lot of different mounting points as well.
Fantastic. And how about like battery solutions? What kind of power draw does it get? How much time can you get off these batteries?
Sure, so it is a 25 watt, 12 volt light. We are looking at a couple different battery solutions. Obviously with a 14.4 into a D-Tap, there are some solutions that we're looking at, as well as hopefully being able to run it off of a Sony style L-series battery as well, because they're very popular and they're really a better size form factor for this small light.
Yeah, what do you think the runtime on an L battery? I mean, obviously there are a lot of different wattages of these things, but it couldn't be all that long at full power because it's an L.
Yeah, so it really depends. I mean, there are 45 watt hour L batteries, which would probably run it for an hour and change. So it's not too bad. It really is so dependent on the battery. So one of the things about battery runtime that is difficult for a lighting manufacturer is that it really comes down to the battery you use. A good rule of thumb is if you've got a 25 watt light and you've got a 25 watt hour battery, you've got about an hour of runtime. What we generally say though is that if it's 1-to-1, give it about 75%. So I would say usually if it's a 25 watt hour battery, then you're looking at maybe 3/4 of an hour. If it's a 40 watt hour battery, for example, then you're looking at maybe an hour and a half.
Awesome. Jonathan, anything else you want to tell me about that I haven't asked you?
No, I think actually we covered a lot. I'm really excited about the product. I hope everyone gets a chance to see it. We will be at Sitting Gear as well, so you can check it out there if you weren't able to make it at NAB. And we are really excited to be shipping this soon.
Yeah, it's coming out real quick.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan. Thanks so much.
Really appreciate it.